right into that.
Yeah. Welcome to another episode of Word on the Street, where you know you're guaranteed to get your daily dose of celebrity gossip and everything that's going on in town today that is of entertainment.
Right.
Yep. The first news, actually, do you remember Chidima Adechina, the lady from Nigeria that was representing South Africa? Yeah, she represented South Africa, or that she was contesting in South Africa for the Miss Universe
I think there was
pageant.
something about the South Africans not
Yes.
claiming her and
Yes.
something like that.
Yes, they rejected her. But then, as we all know, sometimes, or most of the time, the rejected stone becomes what? The building block. Or so they rejected the cornerstone. And that is what is happening today as we
Okay.
see it. Yes. Now, over the weekend,
She's
she
so
actually.
pretty.
So pretty.
Oh my
So
God.
pretty. It's
Wow.
honestly, it
She's
doesn't
so
make
pretty.
sense. Like, you look at her face and you're like, why?
Whoever did those first pictures did them a disservice because
Yes.
those pictures were not really
Yeah,
doing justice
they
to
weren't.
them. Looking
That's
at
true.
this right now, good God.
Good, I know, right? The
They're so
skin,
pretty.
her outfit, the color on her
Yeah,
skin.
it complements her shade and the tone
Beautiful.
of her body
Yep.
so well.
Exactly.
And her teeth.
I know. So shiny. Anyways, before we just get drawn into this girl's beauty. Now, so yeah, she came first runner up of for the recent Miss Universe pageant. That was the 73rd one that was
Yeah.
held recently. And guess what?
What?
South Africans have started again. Now they have started another fight basically on social media because one person goes and one person goes after everything that this girl has been through. One person goes on X, a South African blogger, and she says, "Congratulations to our golden girl."
Who is that?
Hey, our golden girl, Chidima Adeshina, for placing first runner up. You stood tall and brought pride to all of Africa.
Okay, so all of Africa. Let's take it as she's speaking for Africa, not South Africa.
Shay, you
Because
know.
I know the comments were horrible.
Yo, it
The
was
comments
so
were
bad.
horrible.
Yeah, because of what happened, even with the comments, there were even death threats.
Yeah.
She said she's not coming. She doesn't think she's ever returning
'cause I
back to
remember
South
you
Africa.
doing a story on
Yeah.
that and saying that her family had been forced out of
Yes,
South Africa
yes.
just to keep her
Yes.
safe.
Yes.
Wow.
She said she doesn't think she's ever going back to South Africa, one. And two, because of the issue that happened, she's actually dropping out of pageantry forever.
No.
For a while, sorry. She's dropping out of pageantry.
Well,
she's
she
not
needs to work on
I-
herself, her
yes,
mental health.
her
and all.
mental health.
So,
And
yeah.
did you know she's also a mother? So you can imagine that pressure, your
Yeah.
young baby, your
Yeah.
everything going through. And then you know how South Africans can be too. Even though she has gotten to this place, people were still dragging her basically like, oh, you didn't even win.
Oh, God.
Meanwhile, your rep did not even make it
Do you know
to.
the number of countries that participated or the
Yo.
number of persons that participated? And for her to stand tall, to come second, which
So-
means that it was just by sheer luck she could
Yes.
have been crowned the queen. Even
Exactly.
the first person to have been evicted is celebrated in her homeland and by her people.
Exactly.
So, well, you can't
So
please people.
yeah,
so.
they were rubbishing it, saying first runner up. After all, what did she win? Oh yeah, what did she win? And so someone also came, David Hudeyi on X also came to
Is he Nigerian?
yes,
Okay.
you know the Nigerians will always fight for what they feel is right, especially when you're attacking one of their own. And her package as first runner up includes $100,000 in cash.
100,000.
Cash. Or your cash.
Wow.
And then 1 year lease in a luxury apartment in New York. So she can be right in the middle of the whole
affairs,
beauty
yeah.
industry
Yeah.
and she can do whatever she wants to do. But then her crown is a diamond encrusted crown and it was worth $3 million.
Ooh.
Just the crown.
You know what?
So
I like the fact that she was not she didn't let their words get to her, and she did not sell herself short. She went on to achieve this greatness. Now let's see them shoot themselves in their foot.
Exactly. And that is what they're doing by saying calling her our golden girl, but the Nigerians are blocking it. But then Chidima, not being an ungrateful girl, also came to say her thanks to Nigeria, and she tweeted, she's like, thank you is not enough for all the support you have shown. You picked me up when I was at my lowest, and I've never opened up much, but I was ready to give up on my life. That's
how deep these words got to her.
Exactly, on her life.
Wow.
And that just drew me, I feel like this is something I should say out there. I know sometimes social media, people go on there to just, talk and do their thing. Sometimes they are releasing stress and everything. But this is how bad it went for her. And this is a mother. Her child is 1.
Cyberbullying, people sit on the internet and then they just put out anything that comes to mind, without thinking of the effects or the repercussions it's going to have on the other person that you're putting these things out to. I feel like if you go on that person's post or you see anything and you don't think you've got the right words to say, don't write anything. Move on. If you can like the post if you want to, you can decide not to like the post, but just move on with your negativity. Most of you have put out very hateful comments that have driven people into depression. Some have even jumped over cliffs and taken their own lives because of one hateful comment. Because we were not positive enough, or we were not showing enough love. Can we stop?
Can we stop? Is exactly the thing. Can we stop? Because this is not nice. Now imagine this girl had actually endangered herself or had hurt herself, and to the detriment to herself obviously and her child. Then what are you going to say? Oh, she shouldn't have. Meanwhile, to your unkind words pushed her.
Yeah, they would have come out to call her weak. Why would you let a stranger's word get to you that much? You see, that's why I always say that no matter what you do, people will be people. But we need to build a positive environment, especially on social media, because now it's like social media is a getaway for a lot of people. So how about we make it a pleasant space that you can escape the negativity around you physically and come on social media and get some form of therapy. Because I'm always, when you come to my feed, aside the people I follow, you see a lot of hilarious, funny videos, because that's all I am about, or baby videos.
Oh, okay.
That's it for me. Or
you have the baby.
Yes. Anything negative, I don't want to. Why? What?
Now that you're watching baby videos, I hope you know say NCB the baby go land.
But I have 2 sons. So
which sons?
I have 2 boys.
That's
so
what.
If I
watch baby videos, they are sons from other mothers.
What do you mean?
NCB that's what I mean. I'm prophesying to you, because most of the time when you start watching the baby, that the baby fever.
How do you make babies?
Mary didn't do what she had to do.
I'm not married.
You are not married, but
and I don't think
we are still living in the times of miracles.
Yes, but no, I will not be that miracle mother.
Whether it's miracle, whether it's not miracle.
Because even you that are prophesying this, you'll be the first to say, she must have done something. It's never possible that she didn't do anything and she's pregnant. So please. Yes.
But even if you did something, will I kill you? I can't beat
That's
you.
the thing. So you see, you're prophesying. I can only I can be scared of the prophecy if I'm engaging in the act or doing anything that will make the prophecy come to pass.
You fall down and get pregnant.
As it is right now.
I'm telling you, fall down and get pregnant.
Heaven is the goal.
You trip and get pregnant. Then do you want twins or triplets?
I think I want twins and a girl, or if God wills, 2 boys and a girl, triplets. And then I'm cool. Yeah.
Work is big.
Yeah. You see how I've said it easily. It's about carrying it.
It's about carrying it. The work is
about
big.
The whole thing, yeah. But when we are ready, God will make it happen.
Oh,
so
yeah. I can't wait to see that moment when the 3 of them are following you. Mommy.
Why would they follow me when my mother
Why would they follow you?
Yeah, she wants grandkids, so she raise her grandkids.
You see how
I'll be a present mom, but the sitting up at night.
But she will be a present grandma.
My parents will do it because they want it. I'll give it to them.
Okay, we hear you. Anyways, so yeah, Chidima has won first runner up, and if anything, honestly, I think this is not just an example for young ladies to emulate or to tap some inspiration from, but for everybody really, because sometimes it might look like the world is really against you, but I feel like if for nothing that we can learn from this girl is about staying true to ourselves and staying on our path, and you never know, we just might be rewarded on the world stage, because this is beautiful. Now, if this girl had said she wasn't going to do this thing and she had dropped out, somebody else would have gotten all this. You understand the shine, it's so beautiful. And one thing too that what she went through, it also made the whole world see her. It put the how do I say, the focus on her. People saw her because of this thing that she was going through, and I know that this is just the first step,
right,
in what is what is to come, because she's done an amazing thing. Because she was the first person to get to that point since Agbani Aderego. You remember her, the first African that won Miss Universe, who was also Nigerian, and Nigeria has not been able to get anything in the Miss Universe pageant for about 10 years.
Right.
So in 10 years she's broken the curse or the losing streak. She's gotten there, the first African to get to the top 5, the first African to win in how many years. She's doing amazing, and kudos to her, honestly. Anyways, now Akwaboah.
Who is Akwaboah? No, wait. Who is Akwaboah? Oh.
Producer. Okay, so mention anyway.
I don't know who you're talking
Akwaboah,
about.
the musician.
What's his name?
I'm not saying it again. Debbie, why are you making you?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Your own friend that came here to sit and we're talking about his wedding. Now you don't know who we're talking about.
What's his name?
Is it?
Oh,
Akwaboah. Akwaboah.
Ah.
Yes, him. Or it's not. That's not how you pronounce. Akwaboah. Akwaboah.
Yeah. You're putting in an accent.
Aqua.
Like you're saying Akwaba. So
Akwaboah.
And then, no. So aqua and then you add boa.
Aqua.
Say aboa.
Aboa.
No insulting. Aboa.
No, aboa.
So take out the a and put the boa together with aqua. Then it becomes Akwaboah. Who goes school?
Moving on.
Every girls.
Moving on. My means you were every girls.
It's who's your tree,
Kofredia.
Hey, Kofredia, put the way they speak good tree.
Yeah, but then I wasn't there for a long time. Was I?
Okay.
I learned. Do you know all my tree that I have learned? I learned it in 3 years or so, 2 years or less than.
And you've stopped learning?
I don't have too many people.
Right?
Yeah, I'm learning as I go, but then I don't have too many people I speak tree with.
It's Akwaboah. Perfect.
Aha.
You said
it. Okay. Anyways, I saw an interview that he did today that was up on Kofi TV or so. And it's quite sad when you think about it. He says he basically misses his dad. The bottom part of it. He misses his dad, and it resonates because yes, for everybody who has lost a father, we all know the kind of covering that you feel gets something misses. There's something missing when you lose your dad. I can't say what it is for everybody, but then he has said what it is for him. For him, it seems like he has lost his best friend, because every time that he did a recording or something, he had to go and, he would show it to his dad, and his dad would give him tips and this and that, because daddy is also was also in the industry. Yeah. And then he also said about when he has, personal issues as well, his dad was the best person he could talk to, because the industry, you're not really too sure about who is who in the industry. And it also, one way or the other, in alignment with something I saw by Dr. Drew, or Mr. Drew, I beg your pardon, as well. Mr. Drew as well. And he was saying that he also doesn't have friends in the industry. Everybody is, they are his colleagues, but they are not his friends, because you never really can tell. People, honestly. People can be funny, people can be shady. So Akwaboah is basically saying the same thing, you know, since he's lost his dad, he has nobody.
But he has a wife now.
It's not the same.
No, I know that a partner can never take the place of a father. But I'm saying, in terms of the friends, you have a partner who is supposed to be a companion and a friend.
Definitely. That's what I felt as well. But when it comes to like the music, maybe the girl doesn't know, his wife doesn't, you know,
the that aspect is for the music aspect, right? But you mentioned that he said he also doesn't have friends, right? And I'm saying that for now he has a wife,
but nobody to tell that personal. You know, sometimes you're going through something,
why do you have a
and
wife?
you just need oil. It's not everything you can tell your wife.
I know, but we marry for companionship, and they say that it's best you marry your best friend, right? Somebody that you can be as open to as possible.
That's true.
So I'm just wondering, like, why can't I speak to my partner?
Maybe, I don't know, maybe the boys factor. Maybe she's not going to get every single thing that you're going to talk about. Maybe she'll be looking at it with wife eye instead of friend eye. You know, there are some things that you need to look at it with wife eye, and with the eye from a friend, not from the wife angle. You understand?
This thing is
he misses daddy. He misses daddy.
I can imagine. I've never lost a parent, so but I have got friends who have lost either both parents or either of their parents, and it's not been easy.
It's not.
Almost every single day, that void, and you can see it in their actions and in their day-to-day activities and everything, that there's a void that no matter how present you, the friend, want to be, you can't feel it. Like, you can't feel that space, because, again, a parent is a parent. A parent is a parent. So I can somewhat understand him, especially in this industry where people can be people. You can't even entirely trust everybody in this industry. There's a funny space that we find ourselves in. So I can imagine, and I know that he was really close to his dad as well.
Yeah, he was.
So
he was.
I can imagine what he's going through.
That song that they did together, very beautiful. Very beautiful song, very, very beautiful. And you know, he was also talking about how, if anything, you know, he would have wished that his dad would have seen him getting married. Honestly, like, did he date for a long time? Tell us.
Hey, this one that he wants to put me. You say what? You were here when we had that conversation. When I had that conversation.
But he wants to.
So if you don't remember where we went around this very topic,
he never wants to talk about it. But then I respect that, because this industry, keeping your private business, like, you need to keep that separate, because people don't seem to know where to draw the line. So kudos to him, and hopefully.
I think we should just remind the people.
Okay.
Do you have the song? I wrote your tray.
Yeah.
All right. So while Mix looks for it, let's move on, and then maybe we'll wrap up with that.
Okay. And then, you know, for a while now, I've been talking. It's not just me. The blogs. Everybody has been talking about Edith Ward and her ex-husband Reggie Zippy, of Reggie and Burley fame. Now, yesterday, I saw something that just reminded me of a quote that I have been seeing on social media, which said something about don't ever try to, you know, come between two people who have seen themselves naked before. Basically, that's a very common quote that I see on social media all the time. And what's the reason? They always say people will fight, people, you know, but people who have been lovers before be very careful when you're talking about them, because one way or the other, there's a link that they probably have that you as a third person would not have, or you as a third person would not see that angle or whatever it is, but you as a third person won't count. So yeah, and this seems like one of the things that confirms that, because they've been on the blogs fighting each other. Has been wild. You know, Reggie has put up some posts accusing Edith of not allowing him to see the kids, this and that. And she also did an interview where, you know, she spoke about him not even making the attempt. Like, he's going around saying he hasn't seen the kids, but then he hasn't really made any attempt. But then yesterday, it seems that at least things have cooled down, kakra, when it comes to the two of them as a couple, or at least for their family. And what happened yesterday was their daughter's birthday, and Reggie Zippy put on his Instagram, he was there to celebrate. So they have the whole family picture that they took together, and it seems peaceful. He even goes on to thank his ex-wife, you know, for allowing him see the daughter and everything, wish them well and all that, you know. So I feel like this is a great step, because you know me, I've always been talking about how parents fighting would just affect the kids. And if for nothing, I know it can be irritating dealing with someone who you think, you know, is pressuring you or not being kind to you. And it might seem like the best thing to do is to either cut that person off or whatever. But then when there's a child involved, you actually not just think about your feelings, and you don't think about just your, you have to factor in the child or the children's feelings. So it seems like at least they're doing something right, in my opinion. At least, you know, coming together for the baby's, for the child's birthday, celebrating her together, for the child to see that unity, I think is a step in the right direction. So hopefully the complaints we've been seeing from Reggie Zippy and his ex-wife, the last one we saw, hopefully that will be the last. And now it would be peace on from here on, hopefully, fingers crossed. That's what, you know, I'm hoping for that family, because you can do it. It's possible to co-parent and live in peace and respect, you know, mutual peace and respect with each other. So let's see how it goes.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I actually feel that we don't, you know, some things are rushed. And I always say that as a couple, especially when you're married, you have to be careful the kind of things that you put out on the internet, because now the internet is not a friendly space. The things you put out there will be used against you, and if they are not used against you, it will go on to haunt your children in the future, because they'll grow up to it, and they say the internet never forgets. So I just feel like if you both think that you're completely done with whatever it is you two shared, you can still co-parent from afar without letting the children necessarily see that there's something happening. You understand? And so I like that Reggie took the step to put it out there that they came together to celebrate their child together, and even celebrated the wife as well for permitting him to come, because a couple of months ago it was bad, and everybody turned the marriage counselor on air and online. So we are happy that this is happening for them. Again, you can have your issues, but let the children not be part of your issues. That's what I feel.
That's true. So hopefully they will not be traumatizing their children. Moving on. And then like you said earlier, the video is also making rounds about the Spintex overhead, the Flowerpot junction overpass.
I like what Mr. Titus Glover, Honorable Titus Glover has done.
Yes.
Of course, as the Greater Accra Regional Minister, it's in his right to protect it. Something that we just set out, and then you pour already. Then before you know,
24
they'll
hours.
peel food and fruits, and then they'll leave the place dirty. And in less than a week or a month, it will be God.
But you see, I saw something on online earlier, and it's Cairo, Egypt. they're under bridges. They've made some, how do I put it? Your stores.
Like the stalls.
Yes, their stalls. And I think that maybe we as Ghanaians can take that initiative as well, because when you check it, almost all our under bridges have shops one way or the other there. I think the only one that you might not find shops would be Circle, and that's because they've come to put those rocks there to prevent people from sleeping and walking in there. But still, people find one way or the other to still hang around in those corners. But then look at that, Oyo. This is beautiful. The government can make money from this.
Yes. So if you want to sell, we are going to make a stall.
Yes.
And then you rent it or you pay for it monthly, yearly. And then we are making, and if it goes bad or if you don't maintain it, you're penalized for it. There's a penalty you pay. This is actually something that I think would have made sense. Instead of leaving the space as
bare.
it is. And then you have them come and hawk regardless.
Exactly.
So then do this. If you really want to sell here, then you come and purchase one of this.
And then they can give it to them at lower cost, because that side has a lot of foot traffic. Whether we like it or not. So it's a great place for people to be able to make an income, especially now that we are always complaining, or people are complaining that the economy is bad. This is one of the best things that I feel like we can do for all our under bridges, because what's that space for? It's just a lot of homeless people just sleep there. You saw the Circle one, the homeless people in the bridge.
Up there.
Up there. Let's take advantage and do something like this, and it will keep the city clean. People get jobs, we get our taxes, and everybody seems to be, everybody will be happy.
I even feel that now that they would be paying for it, they would double up on maintenance.
Exactly.
They would want to keep it clean. They would want to keep the place busy. And also ensure that they do not destroy the structures.
Exactly.
But now thinking back, this has already been commissioned.
Yes.
So are they going to now start?
I don't see why not. I feel like they can start. I don't have a problem with
that, but it's always the budget that comes with it. But maybe I'm just in my head.
Budget's need it.
Yeah, so it is well.
We always go over budget.
It is well.
Yeah, Ghana we did. Anyway, it is well. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So that's all I have for Word on the Street today. And a gentle reminder on our question of the day is this. Now, will the Flowerpot project spark a change in our maintenance culture? That's what we are asking. Will the Flowerpot project spark a change in our maintenance culture? Please let us know what you think. The number to text and WhatsApp is 0544-321019. 0544-321019. Please don't forget to add your name and where you are texting us from.
As simple as that. And do you realize that the place is actually fenced? It's fenced though, but still. Hey, Ghana man. Anyway, so this is us wrapping up the segment with a song from the Akwaboah. Take a listen, enjoy, and remember you're tuning to Highway 1019. Jonathan will join us at 5:15 with a sport update.